Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellia, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifan, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. After helping Momo get over some performance anxiety over whether or not he could in fact revive the dead, Momo revived the dead, bringing Corellian and Scam back to life. After taking some time to refresh, and figuring that Corellian and Scam would still need some time to fully recover from the experience of passing beyond this mortal coil, our heroes decided to make the trek back to Myrdeal with the dragon eggs in hand, passing by some kobolds and the caravan of wagons full of their looted supplies. However, on one of the nights back towards Myrdeal, the eggs started to hatch. But what was within were not dragons. Rather, they hatched into two baby Aarakocra. Momo was no longer the last Aarakocra of Irion. After some deliberation, they decided that the best plan would be to tell the kobolds that there were no dragon eggs in the northeast, but not to show them the baby Aarakocra. Sending in Malifan and Quintessa as their negotiators unfortunately did not lead to good results, as Snalgu wanted to see evidence that Quintessa could not or would not provide, and with the conversation going in circles, the priestess wrote it off as a lost cause and told them to get out. Quintessa broke down about how diplomacy and talking were killing her, and she couldn't wrap her head around the subtleties required to make it work, even though she really wanted to, which left her in a sour mood for the rest of the journey back. On the long road back, Momo and Malifan had a conversation about where their life had gone, and our heroes passed by the ruins of Samamor, what used to be the capital city of the Aarakocra. It looked uninviting and flew a purple flag, a flag of neutrality, which was a rather odd message to send, considering the Goliath and Shifter guards of Samamor didn't seem very keen to have any visitors, especially ones that looked suspicious like Malifan, along with the dead orc killed by Shifter arrows on the road leading to Samamor, and a Knoll caravan carrying slaves up to the ruined capital. Our heroes decided to leave this mystery for another day and not discuss it that much further. And speaking of not discussing things further, the fact that they neglected to send a message to Maggie that hobgoblins would be coming to Battenrance Hall caught up to them, as she had found out when the hobgoblins arrived and presumably got into a huge fight. This was highly amusing for the heroes. Finally, our heroes crossed the land bridge back to southern Irion, and found themselves with a decision. They could head straight back to Batenrand's Hall. They could go to try and set up diplomatic relations with the dwarves to get additional defenders over at the Hall. Or they could investigate Blind Vault, where the latest lead on Geisel's whereabouts was said to lie. With the literal flip of a coin, they finally decided they would go investigate the dwarves. Will they receive a warm welcome with the dwarves of Irion? What will they do with the Aarakocra children? And what exactly do the dwarves want? Because everyone wants something, it's Fallen Empires. Find out on the next episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. I am your host, Alex, and this time I actually prepared for this session. Wow. Joining me today, as always, is my lovely crew and cast of players. We have Atlas.
At this point, if you say the words David Lynch in front of anything, I'll believe it.
We have Scott.
You guys want to hear something epic?
We have Queen.
Oh, what'd you say? What'd you say? You've been fucking stupid, mate.
We have Xander.
Baldur's Gate 3 comes out tomorrow.
And we'll have JoJo in like 30 seconds, but JoJo is currently away and I am seeing the chair instead. The chair. The chair. The chair.
Benefits
The
of
chair,
having webcams
the chair.
on. You actually know
Chair.
where people are.
Egg.
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 So, when last we left off, turns out the dragon eggs that everyone was sent to retrieve were Aarakocra eggs. Oops! So now
I could have told you that.
we got some baby Aarakocras.
Duh.
For how long?
Which we decided to bring with us. Whoops. Again.
Yeah.
What, were you gonna leave him there?
No.
Sorry, I'm just being an asshole.
Quick, let's put him on a spit and have him for dinner.
You're the
Alright,
worst.
so
I
Scam's
say
now
these things
chaotic
will
evil.
level. Yes, yes. Oh, they're not chickens. Okay, never mind.
Alright. So, instead of telling the kobolds, hey, they were Aarakocra, they were just like, hey, there's not dragon eggs, trust us, there's not dragon eggs, trust us. And that didn't go well, so they went down the road instead and decided, as they crossed the land bridge back into southern Irion, they were going to go try and recruit the dwarves into helping the defense of Batenrand's Hall. And
I mean, like, surely we can defend Batenrand's by ourselves, right? We're kinda terrifying.
Now,
Yeah.
watch. Some miracle, we're gonna draw cards today, but every card we draw will be the Mountain Man.
you know, I'm tempted to just silently substitute out a deck that has only the Mountain Man
Oh
in
my
it.
god.
I'm just not sure I'd be able to pull it off.
You can pull anything off.
Alright. So, it is, I believe, the night as you are settling down at the land bridge. As I try to get you over to the world map. There we go. And you settle down and make camp.
Right. So, we have our plan then, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes sense while we're out here to at least try to make headway with negotiations.
Agreed. Whatever allies we can achieve here will be at our benefit.
Yeah. We're not the most well liked of folk, unfortunately.
We're not? Well, color me surprised.
Uh-huh. What
Listen.
color is
Momo just
that?
kind of gives a
Green.
look to him.
Green.
Ah, green, so it's a day ending in Y, I see.
I'm gonna pretend like I understand what you mean. I'm gonna keep walking. So anyway,
Actually, just out of sheer curiosity, what, or assuming you know, what are the days of the week in here, like in this world?
First day, second day, third day, fourth day,
Moon
fifth day, sixth
day.
day.
Fair play. Fair
Bless
play.
you for making my shitty joke work.
Yeah, well, so look, I'm gonna just put it out there that maybe we should expect the worst because everywhere we go, things get bad. I mean, like, it's like a constant teetering balance on the edge of a cliff, except one side's a free fall, the other side's just knives. So, I mean, you're really just stuck between a void and a knife place, but I mean...
It doesn't really roll off the tongue. You should workshop
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, something else I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, you're stuck between the bad and the worst. Nah, I'll think about
Like
something
an
else.
iron
Anyway,
and a fire? No.
No, like a rock and another rock. No.
Nah. Anyway, who's taking first watch?
Rock in the ocean? I'll take first watch.
I will continue to not take watches. I am sparing you all.
Okay, thank you, Momo.
I suppose I'll take second.
Alright, sounds good.
Jibity, take a watch.
Almost gonna... Yeah, you never reconstituted him, by the way.
Never mind. I'm just talking out of my grief. Okay, I'll be taking a nap now.
I
I'll take
did not
third watch.
set any new
You're
new
good.
artificer infusions because I didn't know what you would want to do, so I just left it alone.
You're good.
All right. First watch, please. Well, while taking care of the babies, this time you actually managed to keep a decent watch out. And even though the land bridge is fairly well traveled, you are very confident nothing of interest or any real threats approaches the camp during your watch.
Yes. I go over to Malafane and wiggle him awake. Wiggle him. Hey, it's your turn for a watch.
Thank you. Thanks.
Mhm.
Perception.
All right. Very nice result. Off in the distance towards the north, so the opposite direction of where you're going, you can see winds start to pick up and blow huge amounts of sand across the desert. Not in the direction of your camp, though, so while you're very on guard to see if the winds change, they do not during your watch.
Alright. And who is on third again?
That would be me.
Alright.
Alright. I'm up. Curling sort of links. Okay. Watch then.
Oh, nice. With Muska's help, you are very, very aware that it's a pretty quiet day on the land bridge, all things considered. No one's crossing it besides you guys. At least for the night. The day comes, who knows if that'll change.
All fine by me. Right. Rise and shine. Let's get off this bridge. I don't like being so exposed.
I need a...
So Momo points at the chickens. You start calling them anything yet?
Oh, actually, I may or may not have some ideas for names. So, one of them is a boy and one of them is a girl. So I was thinking, what if we name the girl Cirrus, the boy Fletch?
Oh,
Sirius and Fletch. That's very. Those are cute names.
Those are great.
Momo, remind me of a little important detail. Yeah, can you just help me out here? How old are you?
I'm... kind of pauses for a moment. I haven't really been keeping track of that.
Okay, when was the last? Okay, last time you checked, how old were you?
16?
Oh, okay, okay. Wow, how quickly do a cockerel mature?
Everyone looks towards the Aarakocra.
Pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
If one of the books I read is correct, I believe they reach maturity by
We
around
we
3
only
years
live
of
about
age.
30 years.
Oh, so wait, Momo, you're telling me you're middle-aged?
No. I'm technically 16.
Oh,
But
you're technically
about-
16.
Yeah.
He's like the equivalent
I
of
guess I would-
16.
Okay, 16
Yes,
and Aarakocra
exactly.
years. Gotcha. So what does that make you, like, 5, 8?
4 or 5, yeah.
4
no,
or
not
5?
8? 4 or 5, yeah.
You mean to tell me that within a year, these 2 chickens are gonna be able to talk back to me?
Probably talk
Give her
shit to you,
to
too.
I've never been more proud to be a parent.
Parent?
Hold on. What? No, don't look at me, I'm just gonna walk over here.
He kind of, looks at Sirius and Fletch, looks at Scam, except Fletch, and starts bringing him slowly towards Scam. Do you want
What?
to hold him?
No,
your hand.
yeah, I do want to hold him.
Hold out your hand, keep his head supported, like this.
Oh my god, it's like a little naked chicken.
Basically is a little naked chicken.
Oh my god, you got no feathers, you're just wrinkles and beak. Oh, he's the cutest fucking little thing I've ever seen. Look at his little flaps. Oh my god, look at those nubby little wings. They're like little fleshy sticks poking out. Oh my god.
They remind me of chicken legs.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
Please don't eat them.
Yeah, if you...
Wow. So just because I'm a goblin, I'm gonna start eating infants? What books? Wow, what an antiquated notion of you, Malithane. What an antiquated ideology.
It's not necessarily because you're a goblin, it's because you're Scamiel likely.
God damn, just because you're right, it doesn't make you right. Listen, just because I've had baby before doesn't mean I'm gonna have baby again. It was a baby animal! Why are you looking at me like that?
I got very worried for a second. I was like, Scam, you're a father?
No. God, no.
Don't
First of
scam me
all,
like that.
Paulette and I aren't even compatible like that. Like, that couldn't have happened anyway. But, gross.
Imagine him being
Momo
a
goes
father.
over.
Thank
Momo
you,
goes
Brilliant.
over and
Thank
picks
you.
up Sirius and walks over to Malithane. Do you want to hold Sirius?
Are you sure?
Careful, he might get
Just
genocide
be very
on them.
gentle. Remember to support the head like this, because the necks are very fragile. So, like that. No, like this. There you go. You got it.
Just
Some
just
Aarakocra
hold
just
it up
starts
to its-
crying.
Oh, fuck up.
I'm kidding.
They are fast
Just
asleep.
holds-
Aww, so cute.
I love them!
But Tessa's just off to the side, just whispering to herself, none of us should have children.
Did
Hey.
you say something, honey?
No.
Just drugs.
Hey Momo, a question. What is, and this I'm asking this hypothetically, what is your opinion of, doing magic on these kids for protection?
He kind of clutches his chest a little bit, protection. Yes, I'm totally okay with protection
Okay.
magic, but
Okay.
okay.
But let's say what if I wanted to temporarily make this baby bigger?
No.
How
Now,
would that
no,
help?
How exactly would that... Yeah.
It would lift our spirits and make us laugh. Hey, I was asking. I wanted to get the feeling of the room, so I'm not gonna do it. But I just wanted to check, see that everything's good.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Right.
don't make the babies bigger or smaller, okay?
Do any
Just-
polymorphing or just protection magic?
What if the polymorph protects them in the moment?
You'll probably cry out in pain.
How? Do you hurt when you polymorph?
I thought it was painful.
I don't know, you tell me.
Okay, just because my polymorph spells are painful doesn't mean all polymorph spells are painful.
Well, I've only got one person to use as a reference.
Well, that's your first mistake. Use
What does that say about your spellcasting then?
It's experimental and very much my own. That's what it means.
Apt.
What about making these babies float? Not fly, just float. You know, if we're ever like, oh man, we're gonna put them in. Okay, actually no, not the babies. Let's say we have a little crib, you know, and it's gonna be like we need to make the crib float, and just so it can like trail behind us, you know, just in case we need to have ease of travel and for their comfort. Because like, man, if we're like traveling over rough terrain and we're just jostling these two chickens around, like that's not gonna be good for their development. Anyways, you guys ever watch The Mandalorian? No, I'm kidding.
Do you taste metal, scam?
God.
The Mandalorian
You
is a
have a
sick
point.
show. Also, you're next.
Oh no, not my seminal
Maybe,
vesticles.
You must have loved the scientific method.
Yeah.
I suppose a floating cradle for the two wouldn't be so bad.
Cool. I'll consider building that when we're not, you know, in the middle of something else.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that too.
And he takes back the babies and puts them back in their little fur nest. Just gives them both a peck on the head, like a kiss on the head, like just like babies.
Jeez.
Alrighty. So, that being done, travel across the bridge into southern Irion begins. As soon as Roll20 stops being slow. The travel across the land bridge is uneventful. No random encounters on there. And you make it into the Badlands on the Southern Trade Road, which lets you move 1 hex further because it's well paved. And right about there is where you stop and make camp for the night.
How much more do we have to fucking make camp?
A lot.
Well, you see, Quintessa, when you're going across the wilderness, you gotta camp every night.
Krillin shakes out the map at this point and just, well, we're about here. The Dwarven stronghold is about here. We decided to make a stop off before we go back to Baton Rance, because otherwise we'd be, you know, Krillin traces a claw, going all the way back and forth, and that would just be obnoxious.
Yeah. See, don't worry, Quintessa, we'll be back to your library in no time.
Oh, it's fine.
But it wasn't fine. They made camp for the night.
And
Shut up,
no
God.
one ate dinner that night.
Alright. Well, I can take a watch if you want.
I can take first watch.
And I'll take second.
You can.
Okay, fine, I'll take that.
Right?
Fine by me. See you all in the morning.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh no!
Christ.
Malafane, everything seems fine to you.
I'm afraid now.
Yeah, everything's fine. Why would you be afraid, Malafane? It's fine.
Oh, and I don't like that at all.
No,
You're great at perceiving things. It's fine.
Second again.
Yeah, you're very confident nothing's happening, Malafane, as you go and wake second watch, which I think is Momo?
Me.
Mama, what's your perception again?
4.
Please do well. Oh.
It's the same rule!
That's the same rule! You gotta take care of the babies!
Gotta take
You gotta
it.
take
They're
care
not
of the babies.
sleeping.
And Quintessa.
Come on, honey.
Can you please shut those babies up?
They sound like baby hummingbirds. Leave them alone. No, they
They're
sound like
noise-
snoring hummingbirds. Leave them alone.
I'm very noise sensitive.
Alright. Quintessa.
Finally.
Yes.
Almost immediately as you go on watch, you notice the silhouette of a very large hyena, like, on the outskirts of the
Oh.
camp.
Okay.
Okay, Right. Shit.
Breaking out of character. Hey, honey, remember that thing you did to the angel? Do that now.
Right, well, is it like... Does it see the camp, or is it just around?
It is circling the camp, staring right at it.
No! The baby!
Stop! Okay, what do I do?
You know how you like to be violent a lot? Be violent now!
But here's the thing, if I miss, we're kind of fucked.
Oh no, it's just an animal. It's not a supernatural being, which I have some weird vendetta against.
Can I kind of move away from the camp, and then try and shoot it so it comes to me?
Doing some math in my head.
If I stealth.
Make a stealth check, yes.
Alright, hang on. Either way, it's gonna follow me.
I'm so scared right now.
Alright. I believe this hyena will not have great perception. Oh, it's trained in perception, so there's technically a chance.
Alright.
As soon as roll 20, we'll friggin' load. You know what? Screw it, I'm doing it on this end.
Alright, go on.
Doesn't see you.
Hey. Alright, well, I'll get some distance away from it, and then I'll shoot it, and if it hits, I'll use Banishing Arrow.
Alright.
Because that will give us time for me to, like, scream at everyone to wake the fuck up.
Maybe don't scream it if they're babies.
Does that really matter now?
Kind
Yeah,
of.
no! Just alert us!
That's a hit.
It is a hit. Okay. hang on.
Yes.
I need to remember how Banishing Arrow works. You got there we go.
A
Creature by the arrow
charisma
is
saving
16.
throw. It's a fucking hyena. I am not rolling a charisma saving throw for a hyena.
Well, it's gone. And it's gone for 6 seconds, so I'm just like, everyone wake up! Quick!
What the fuck?
The
Hyena!
babies immediately wake up and start crying.
Oh,
Hyena, what?
what? What's going on?
Hyena's back.
Momo, like, scoops up the babies and just, like, zooms into the sky.
Good call.
Yeah, Malifane just takes Crescent Blade and just strikes it right in the fucking face.
Oh, I still need to roll damage, I think.
Oh, do it then.
Nice.
Cool. Alright, it's surprised from being, sent to the Feywild and back, so you can get a melee attack on it, Malifane.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, wait.
That's a hit.
I'm going to assume that people are not within 5 feet of me.
I'm just gonna guess no one's within 5 feet of you.
Cool,
Right
sneak attack!
Alright. Okay, this hyena's looking real fucked up right now.
Good!
Carlin's gonna move in on it, but they're actually gonna direct Mosca to go for it too. So Mosca's faster than I am, so can she make an attack?
I will say you got the one melee attack on it before the hyena realizes, oh shit, and is going to take the dodge action and try to run from everyone. Dodge
Okay,
is not disengage, it just gives disadvantage on attacks against it.
Okay, Mosca's faster, so she'll get there before me, so she'll be the one who takes the first attack.
Alright. Disadvantage because it is dodging.
That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, 12 still hits though.
Awesome.
This is a dead hyena, I'm calling it now.
That is... It does not let me roll a hit, so I'll do it on the side.
Okay.
Not bad.
Alright, not bad. The hyena is looking really terrible, but it's not dead, and keeps on trying to run, taking an attack of opportunity from Mosca.
Excellent! It would still be a disadvantage, so there we go.
Oh my god. Mosca just got her first kill of the campaign, and it's against the hyena.
Nice! I mean, if anyone were to kill a hyena,
For posterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muska just looks up, blood covering her muzzle, and goes, eh?
Good girl.
Corellian just pings her with, like, the mental image of, like, good job, a hug, and just, yes.
Bless. Alright.
Oh, amazing.
Thanks for the heads up, dear.
Welcome! Fun. Momo, you can come down now.
He slowly, like, hovers down. And he looks just terrified. He's clutching the babies. Just like, you sure it's gone?
Well, it's
Yep,
right
it's
there.
dead.
Looks at Noshka.
She's like,
Yeah.
licking her paws, and, like, her face and stuff, like, cleaning it off.
I feel fairly certain it's gone.
Scam's already,
Oh,
like, cutting it
Muska,
up
you
for, like, roasting on
queen.
fire. Yeah, no, I think it might have gotten away.
Can we skin it?
What?
Why not?
I'll skin it, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you?
You can, in fact, skin things. Fun fact for the Breath of the Wild campaign, there is a system I am still kind of learning about how to skin and or take usable parts from monsters you kill. So, make a survival check.
Survival. Okay.
Cool, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get some, not only a hyena hide, but some delicious hyena meat out of this.
Nice.
Where are the babies?
I'll take the hide, but does anyone want the meat?
I'll take it.
Does the meat, not the meat, does the hide have any weight?
Let's give it a weight of 4, because it's a dire hyena.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe
dire.
I'm putting this into Google. What does hyena taste like?
Probably not very good.
Not especially great, I would guess.
I mean, not unless done right.
Alright. So, with that excitement out of the way and the babies crying throughout the night, they fall asleep right as morning comes.
Do I get my arcane shot back, or is that gone?
Your arcane shot's back. Technically, you just did a long rest.
Alright, okay. I don't know the rules about it when you're doing the rest, so...
I mean, as long as you get a total of 8 hours, even if they get interrupted, it counts.
Oh, sure. Perfect. Right. We march on.
I roll to see if there are any random encounters first.
Another hyena.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Son of a bitch, it's his cousin from the south!
Yeah. It's a hyena with a gun!
Oh, fuck.
Okay. This is an area that none of you have actually went into before in the campaign.
Okay.
So you continue to head towards the southwestern peninsula of Irion, and as you do, the air just seems to get a lot, like, colder and more stale. Like, it's all... There's still obviously the signs of life around here, but it just feels like the world itself is half dead, like groaning and dragging itself through life. You have entered what is colloquially known as the Dead Zone.
Ah, that's the name of my soul.
Charming. They should put that on a postcard.
Right. It's not so bad.
Why is it called that? Does anyone know?
Probably because people are dead.
And do a history check?
If Corellian could roll their eyes any harder.
You can, in fact, make a history check if you want to know why is it called the Dead Zone.
Well, fuck me. Sorry for trying to ask people who, work in a library or study people to see if they know
Alright.
things.
Oh, I didn't think
Fuck.
it was a people place, but okay, cool.
As your player
Man,
token
imagine
got
being a
smaller for
librarian
whatever
reading
reason,
books.
you remember why it is called the Dead Zone. So not only is it said to be home to a lot of roving undead, but also it is the site of a whole lot of rituals done by the Lich Queen of Irion, Steavana Rotheart, which basically
Oh.
make it so that things
Whoa.
can technically live here, but it sucks for everyone who lives and works here. Like, basically, if you go in here, you don't have great constitution, you're gonna get ripped apart or die in an equally miserable fashion. The further south you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah. Sounds like my ex.
Maybe, smart idea, if you don't mind. Maybe we should completely avoid this place.
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
What
I mean, we should do that.
What are you scared, Momo?
We can literally turn and destroy undead. I have nothing to fear here. However, what I do have to fear is for the safety of the fucking children that we have here.
Touche.
Good point.
Right. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it would be like this coming down here, else I would not have suggested it.
I'm not going to
It's okay, really.
Not going directly into the dead zone. We're just...
Like, as long as you don't go into the gray, you should be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay.
There's still a trade road. We can get to the city fairly quickly, and there is a city, which means that people live without too many issues. Promise
Question:
Momo.
What's the deal with this Lich Queen? By the way.
Oh, well.
I this is like a completely opposite corner of the world than I'm used to.
Esteban Arathart. Well, Lich Queen, yes. We've actually had sort of dealings with her, obliquely, one might say. She was part of the reason that we fought a reanimated clockwork dragon. That would be
Fun.
Sindre, the blue dragon up in Murdeal. And she also has... she didn't used to be a lich, but then there was a whole thing with Paladin, and I may have had some shit dreams that implies that... Caroline sort of, like, grits their teeth. Anyway, we know that she was one of the people who had a hand in kidnapping Arias, Momo's mentor, and was shuffling him around, so she's bad news. Well, on top of being a Lich Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Yeah. She's,
Definitely evil.
Oh,
Absolutely.
1000%.
Absolutely.
Rad.
I mean, Lich Queen, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, alright then. Good to know.
Right. But yeah, Momo, we'll get in and out as fast as possible. We are following a trade road still. I believe that's what the sort of gray line on the map is, yes?
That's a trade road, yes. There's a trade road. The only trade road in here goes directly towards Serkeskal.
Cool.
Excellent. So we'll be in and out very quickly, and it'll be fine. There are roads here, that means there are people here, that means people live here, so the kids will be okay, alright?
Yeah, okay.
We only need to move a little bit further south, and then we can move pretty much right into dwarven territory.
We could probably make it by tomorrow night.
Agreed.
Heal.
Alright. You settle down and make camp. What else are you going to do? Are you going to keep marching? It's a constitution check every hour you do that.
I will head into the woods. No. I will read a book in anger. You know what I'll do? The fucking fake book I got. I'll read that if I still have it.
I'm not thinking, actually, hold on. Do I still have...
I think you do, in fact, still have the fake book.
Yeah, I have it in my inventory. I just can't remember what it is.
Wait, fake book?
Yeah,
remember when we were... Go ahead,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's like,
Remember
when we... Jojo, you explain it!
I'm sorry!
I'm not gonna say anything!
Do you remember when we went to the Astral Sea and we went to the auction house and stuff?
Yes, I do remember. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Fox gave us a fake book and we thought it was Trevlon, but it was not, because he is a cunt.
I don't like that smile. I'm gonna read the book and hope to God I don't get sucked into something.
Alright.
What if I cast a spell magic on the book?
I mean,
Could also do that.
do you want
could,
something
yeah.
else? Because I have something.
I could dispel good and evil on it.
I mean, hang on.
That'll make you feel safer.
I mean,
Perhaps
Like
you
I-
want something.
I don't know if it's magical or not. It was just a plain book, I think.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I can sense it, if it has magic on it?
No, you'd need to take magic for that.
I think I have it.
Oh,
Well,
good.
Cast it.
Do you want
Look
a book?
upon this beautiful man and cast it.
Alright. Yes, there is transmutation magic on the fake book.
Oh shit.
I will dispel magic on it.
I will put the book on the floor before you do that.
Alright.
Good idea. Damn, hold the kids. Level 3.
Okay. Make a wisdom check for me, please.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
It's higher than a level 3 spell, what he used to copy the book. You try to dispel magic, but the book just kind of shimmies a little bit, and then nothing happens.
Well, if we're about to take a rest, you can afford casting it higher, maybe.
Or maybe you want something that isn't magic?
What?
I
Try and dispel good and evil on it.
Malafane pulls out a torch.
Ooh,
Malafane
wait!
pull-
What if I cast protection from good and evil on Quintessa?
And then
That's only creatures. Only
That's only
creatures.
for creatures? Damn it! Okay,
Get up.
let me...
Malafane's just gonna sit down in the corner and pull out the book from her wrists and just
I mean-
wait.
I mean, from what you've all been saying, I probably might as well qualify for creature.
No! Try and cast Dispel Magic again at a higher level, see if I can't.
Do it like the highest you can, see.
That would be level 9.
You are not a level 9 spellcaster.
Yeah!
You cannot cast level 9 spells.
Oh, I wish.
Well, if it
I
doesn't
can
work,
cast
I can
level
try.
6 spells.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Never
shit.
mind.
Yeah, level 6? Yeah, you're good. The book shimmies, and then this large wave of, like, black gas bursts out from within the pages of the book and dissipates in the air.
What was that?
Okay! Read it!
You open the book. It is an accounting ledger.
A what?
Oh, Mr. Fox, you bastard!
Wait, a what?
An accounting ledger.
Accounting
It's-
Wait a sec. No. This is my time to shine. I'm a fucking merchant. Hold on. Quintessa, let me tell you about tax in the mercantile goods.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Do you want to make an Arcana check to figure out what the fuck?
Sure? Why not?
Please. Read the
Give you
accounting out
advantage.
loud. I could use a bedtime story.
Remind-
It puts me right to sleep.
Okay! So, Mr. Fox probably just took a random book that was in his collection, set it down next to the real Trevlon book, and used a magic spell to duplicate the contents of the Trevlon book into the fake book,
Oh.
overriding what was in it. With the spell magic, it's back to normal, which is accounting.
Alright. Numbers.
Well, if you're done trying to dispel magic from an accounting book, I do have something else for you.
What?
Yes?
We came by a kobold a ways back, and she gave us an autobiography of hers. Maybe you'd like that instead.
Sure?
And Malafane hands her the copy of Arissa's book. Nobody remember. I'm glad someone remembers that. Thank
I
you.
remember that.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you.
You know, I'm writing an autobiography.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Probably the most thrilling and intriguing book I've ever thought about.
Yeah, it's got a hell of a title, too.
Dare I
Lay it
ask?
on me.
Dare I ask?
A likely story.
Malafane
Why
holds
do I
up a
bother
finger.
asking?
Malphine holds up a finger, lowers it. Okay, that's pretty good.
Momo just kind of, like, he's sitting and he just holds his forehead and just laughs silently to himself.
Alright, so I can take first watch and just read the book.
I was gonna... You can take first watch, I'll take
Alright.
second, no problem.
Sorry, that was a funny noise.
Gathia? Do you like your life?
Just coming in here with you.
Don't answer that!
Alright, I'll take first watch then.
Cool.
I'll take second.
I will take third.
Beautiful.
I will continue to not take watches.
Good talk. Good plan.
All right.
Not roll.
Now carefully on the watch for hyenas. You are very certain there are no hyenas that have moved this far south close to the mountains.
I would hope not.
Okay. How's the book treating you, Quintessa?
It's a nice read. I mean, autobiographies are a little, I don't know, I always felt they were a bit too personal, but then again, I've always entwined mine with fiction and stuff, so perhaps I should look into it.
I was about to say this coming from the woman who wrote Appleshot.
Yeah. Well, that was an elaboration. That wasn't really an autobiography.
You get some rest.
Alright, thank you.
Take it from there. Gotta take care of the babies.
Gotta take care of the babies. And third watch.
Gotta take care of the youths.
Much better.
Oh, yeah.
Much better. You are very determined not to let a giant hyena slip by you again, and in fact, none do. Morning comes.
Oh, what a beautiful morning!
Quintessa, we're all waking up. Don't sing.
Okay, I just love the idea that Quintessa can't sing.
She just chooses to roll a natural 1 in performance every time.
Fucking, I'll try it.
What's her charisma again? Oh. Well,
Decent!
Never mind, she fucking serenades us into a beautiful
roll with
morning.
disadvantage. Roll with disadvantage.
Alright, fine. There, you got your wish.
There we go.
There.
There we go.
There we go.
Not a natural 1, but it'll work.
Satisfactory.
Beautiful. Right.
Satisfaction.
Well, hopefully today we can reach the place.
With any luck. Of course, again, we're not too far from them at this point.
Exactly. We're just round the corner, basically.
Was very, like, he's clearly anxious as he's feeding the kids the hyena meat.
I don't think
Yeah.
I would...
Hyena mush. They can't eat
He's
solid foods
they're
yet.
eagles!
Oh, that's true. You're right. I forgot.
Yeah, they eat
I
mush.
forgot.
Yeah, he kind of, like, chopped it up finely and...
Chewed on it.
Ew, no!
How do you think birds are fed?
I know, that's how they do it!
Okay, fine. Momo, if you're too grossed out to feed kids, I'll create a system for you. Like a tube.
Chew
the meat,
Momo.
You need to chew the meat and then shove your beak in their mouths and regurgitate it back. Otherwise, they're not going to get the nutrients.
I've been eating without doing that just fine!
Are you a doctor?
You're not.
Hey, just because I got banned before I could get my PhD does not make me any less a medical expert.
Momo has medical training, so kindly shove off.
Momo is in fact trained in medicine.
Thank you, Corellian. And he proceeds to feed the kids. Like he would normally do it.
Those kids are gonna die.
You okay, Momo?
We're gonna die if you keep talking shit.
Are there insects about?
It's the dead zone, so I'd have to roll for it.
Shit.
Oh no. Oh, this is terrible.
Please don't feed
So-
the kids poisonous bugs.
So, I finally found a result for what hyena meat tastes like,
Yeah.
and if properly prepared, and that is in massive quotes, properly prepared, keeping in mind who you're feeding this to, remember, it can actually taste like chicken.
You know what? Everything tastes like chicken.
Except for the chicken, that tastes like fish.
Alright. There are, in fact, a couple of scuttling insects around, like roaches. Huge roaches, mostly.
Monkey breakfast.
Monkey.
Stop it.
Monkey.
See, I think Scott did the Super Mario Bros. One.
No, that was... Oh, yes.
Yes.
When I-
Because everyone else has like another one. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not the only cultured person here who does the Dennis Hopper monkey.
I just do the PG Tips one.
Did the Kung Fu Panda monkey.
God.
Monkey.
Alright. Monkeys go to bed.
Alright. You continue to follow the trade road until you get to about here, where the mountain walls around you narrow towards into like a large cavern with like 30-foot tall cliff sides on either side of you, forcing you to go almost single file in your approach. It widens out a little bit, so a small group still has some room to move, but not by much. And
Well, the good news is that we're all small, so...
You're all small. Some of you are medium.
Medium.
As you go through to the other side of the canyon, it's still pretty narrow, but like atop a cliffside overlooking water on the eastern edge of the dead zone is this huge stone keep with a like 10-foot sloped outer wall and a 40-foot wall behind that one. The walls themselves look pretty thick and well built, with a couple of... You can see one gatehouse on the outer wall leading inside, and those of you with good perception, which I believe would be Malifane mostly, can see a huge grand gatehouse on the inner wall. Outside of this keep, however, you can't make out many details other than those, and like 2 small towers on the outer wall, 1 large one on the inner wall. You believe that this is the outer wall of Serkeskal, the citadel of the dwarves.
Cool.
Oh boy. Alright. Might as well just get this over with.
Stunning.
It's alright. It's alright.
Do you think you can do better?
I mean,
This is prime real estate, so nah.
I don't have an inferiority complex. You have an inferiority complex.
Well, let's
Let's head inside.
see what
Oh
we
wait,
can do.
hold on. Who's doing the talking?
I'll do it. I speak
I-
Like
Dwarvish.
puts his hands up and backs away.
I'm best not doing it. I get the feeling they're not going to like me.
I get the feeling they're not going to like us in general, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We can always leave.
We'll do fine.
True.
I'll do some talking. Scab, Carlin looks at Scab and just sort of like eyes him up and down. Just wingman.
Wingman.
Alright.
Cool. Continue to head through the canyon towards the doors of Serkeskal, which, as you get closer, you can see is just a huge iron door into the main gatehouse, atop a large winding stone staircase. Before you can get onto the stairs, you hear a voice calling from up above, "Ho there!" And you look up in a watchtower. There is a dwarf leaning over the side, staring down at you.
Ho there! Carlin throws up a claw and waves back at him.
The dwarf waves. "State your business!"
We're looking to hire mercenary work, defense.
"Mercenary work? Ah,
Aye.
well, I'm sure there are a couple of us who are dying for some action, but right now we're all kinda hunkering down.
Ah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit indeed. You seen what it's like out there? Sucks.
Sure have. We've been avoiding Ariad ever since we've been, traveling on this side of Irion.
Ah, smart call. Speaking of hunkering down, you might want to get inside quick as you like. Dead Zone is not very friendly at night.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Alright. The dwarf pushes back into the watchtower. You all start heading up the staircase towards the door. And as you do, with a loud... the door opens up into this large courtyard, which leads into, the outer ring of Serkeskal, and the same dwarf who was in the watchtower is on the other side of the door, pulling it open.
Wow. In we go.
Real quick, just side question. Excuse me, fine dwarf. What's the local, trading policy on bulk goods?
Carlin is, shoving Scam through the door. Come on.
I mean, currently we don't have much to sell, but we could use some supplies if you're the one doing the selling.
Very possible. We'll talk. I'll find someone inside.
Alright. You head into the courtyard of Serkeskal. The dwarf pushes the door closed behind you. You take a look around. It's a fairly open structure. Most of the buildings here are towers or shelves built into the outer stone walls. I'm just looking at my notes, which are fairly scattered. Don't mind me.
You're absolutely good.
All
I
right.
don't even know if we have bulk supplies to spare, Scam.
It never hurts to ask. Good to know what the people be needing.
So you look around, you see a couple of main buildings. Beyond this huge gatehouse that's almost twice as big as the 40-foot outer wall around it, you see a large tower in the center of Serkeskal that you would imagine serves as the main fortress command center of the whole thing. In the outer wall, however, there are two freestanding structures, one of which has a statue of several dwarves, swords and axes at the ready, just standing in a battle formation outside of it, and another of which, from the loud clanging and the glow inside, you can immediately identify as a dwarven forge. Scattered around and kind of milling about the courtyard area are several dwarves, some of which have blue tattoos on their faces, biceps. Some of them don't have shirts, and the blue tattoos extend to there as well. You look up and hear the cries of birds in the sky, some of which are falcons, which fly down onto the leather gauntlets of a couple of shorn, bald, and beardless dwarves. You see one griffin up there as well, being ridden by one of the blue-tattooed dwarves.
Griffin?
There is a griffin up there. Yes.
Huh?
A lot of the dwarves are kind of gathered around some market stalls that have been set up outside the forge. Working the stalls are some more dwarves in gold and copper coats who appear to be working in ovens feverishly. And other dwarves just have white ashen face paint covering their faces, and they're just kind of milling about, chatting with each other, having a good time, passing a couple beers around.
I wonder where the finest local drinking establishment would be.
Says the dwarf who lets you in as he pushes the door shut. That's a good question. We would like one. Any good brewer we sent to come here absolutely refused. Apparently, not good business in the Dead Zone. So we just make our own, with varying results.
Varying, you say? Yeah, what do you use to mix a brew?
Did you see the cockroaches outside?
Oh, okay. So I'm good. I don't need any drinks tonight.
Supplies indeed.
Hold on. I've had dwarven beer before. Dwarves are, well, at least from what I know, dwarves are very well known.
They
for
make
their...
the beer out of cockroaches, Momo.
Not all of it.
So it's more like a surprise? Cockroach surprise?
It's a cockroach surprise. It's like opening a mystery box of 30 different flavors of beans and hoping to God you don't get a cockroach flavor.
I'd
Yeah,
be
okay,
down
so
to
we're
try
good.
it.
We're good. No.
Thank you for the offer, though.
Wasn't really an offer, more of a warning. Yeah, whatever works for you.
We appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the hospitality. Didn't catch your name, by the way.
My name is Gary. Pleasure to meet you.
Garrig. Sure, gotcha.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Garrick. Nice to meet you as well, and Crowley will introduce the rest of the party to him.
Pleasure, says Garrig, waving. Garrig, by the way, for differentiation purposes among the different clans of dwarves, is one of the dwarves that has the white, ashy face paint. Right,
If you
so...
don't mind me,
Sorry, go ahead.
I put my hand on his shoulder, like, I know, I got you. If you don't mind me asking, what's with the face paint?
This here is the mark of the Coalheart clan. Currently we're hosting a whole bunch of different clans of dwarves in Irion. Well, some from Irion, some are from overseas. Coalhearts are the ones that settled the Dead Zone.
Take
the
some
blue
balls.
tattoos, those are interesting.
Balls of brass,
Yeah,
aye.
no kidding.
I mean, there's good mining to be found here if you don't mind the zombies.
And there's
Well,
no issue.
lucky for us, we have somebody who's very good with undead.
Aye, lucky you. Also lucky
Jazz
you happen
hands
to
a
be
little
in
bit.
Also lucky you happen to be in Serkeskal. Zombies haven't tried to breach the walls here in many generations.
That right?
Quite durable, I
Kidding.
must assume. The walls, walls must be quite durable, I assume.
Oh,
We're
incredibly.
safer already.
Yeah, outer wall might be breached, but no one's gotten inside the inner course of Serkeskal. Ever.
Without
Really?
being let in, that is.
Not without being let in, aye. Usually outsiders, just to temper your expectations, don't get let in unless they know the Underhill King.
Crowley sort of like
We are.
flicks one of his ears. Interesting. Is Underhill King around? Is he in?
Oh, he is, actually. He is, looking over ways to, fortify this place in case of invasion, because, Aedion's a shithole. Who knows who wants to attack who at any given point. We're trying to stay out of it as best we can.
Yeah.
God's same.
Well, thank you for the info. It's really, really helpful to us.
Of course. Now, admittedly, I have been on the job most of the time. Job's been boring, so I don't know who would be interested in mercenary work. I don't know who's already been taken. You might wanna ask around, look around the place, see if there's anything else around here.
You read my mind. Thank you, Garrig.
Garrick salutes.
Any ideas of where to look?
Let's see. I know the Wild Axe clan was talking with that fella. I don't know where that fella is, but he's kind of hard to miss. Not a dwarf, has a huge crocodile mask on him. So maybe not with them. But I know the Beastfinger clan might be interested in hearing what you have to say, because I know a lot of them were planning on getting out while the getting was good. There was them. Well, I mean, I can't speak for all Coalheart clan, but I'm sure some of them would like any excuse to get out of the Dead Zone.
Did you say crocodile head?
Crocodile mask, aye.
Did you say Wild Axe Clan?
Aye, they're the ones in the blue tattoos. You can't miss them. They're very loud.
Right, got it, thank you.
Question. There wouldn't happen to be a Goliath here, would there?
A Goliath? Oh, aye. He came in with a crocodile.
When? Well,
No
is he
shit.
here?
Probably. Didn't see him leave.
Where?
I have
Pardon
no
me.
idea.
If you know.
I have absolutely no idea.
Do you know where the man in the crocodile mask would be?
Around this time of day? Usually he would be talking to the Underhill King in the inner fort.
Really now?
What about during the daytime? Is he out and about in any specific places?
During the daytime, he's usually out and about watching the Wild Axe clan do their training. That's one of them up on the last griffin of the day. The others have been put to bed already. Because really, when a griffin says it wants to go to bed, you really can't argue with it.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Um,
Thank you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Speaking of bed, is there any place where some travelers could get some accommodations?
I am afraid you're kinda shit out of luck. We don't really have that many beds here. It's mostly, hunker down, hope you brought a blanket, prepared for the long haul. That was the design philosophy as far as I know. That and, look at how great dwarven design is. We can take any aggression. Fuck you, skeletons!
Gotcha. Well, in that case,
Yeah,
Crowley
any
Clients
place-
is a bit of a... Sorry, go ahead, Momo.
Is there any place where we could set up camp for the night?
Ground? Plenty of ground around here.
Well, yes, but any hidden areas that we could...
Particularly that are safer.
I think they mean
Listen,
one
this
is-
isn't Mawthorn. We're not about to
Yeah.
get shanked in our sleep, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty well protected place. We should be fine.
You're in the middle of a stronghold, lad. No one's gonna shake you in here.
This ain't a
All
frontier
right,
town
sorry.
full of scum and villainy.
I'm very honoured, I apologise.
Mind if I ask why?
Well, we just came from the dead zone, and...
We've been roughing it for gods above a long time at this
Yes!
point.
Say at least
Yes!
at least a fortnight, I'd say.
Hey,
Exactly.
I'm gonna roll perception because he was on watch and he might have seen the babies to see if he
Oh
would bring them up.
no!
I would like to see the baby.
Don't see the babies! The baby!
Oh shit!
Oh, amazing! There goes that plot hook. I am the DM. I plan things and then say I'll let the dice decide if they happen.
Please be kind to us and don't let anything happen to the kids!
He's distracted by the frog.
Yes!
Yeah. By the way, that's a very grumpy frog you got on you.
Oh, thank you.
Have you been taking him to frog therapy?
Frogs have therapy.
Wait, they have that.
Aye. Frogs always go to therapy when they get grumpy.
Oh. Well,
I know all of us need frog
is he
things.
bullshitting?
Make an insight check.
You know what? I'm interested in this. I'm going to provide you advantage.
He's
Oh,
100%
maybe you don't
bullshitting.
Yeah. Wait a second. For goodness' sake.
Ah, almost got you. You should have seen the look on your face.
Toads are just naturally grumpy.
Looks like a frog to me.
You know what? I appreciate the jest.
Look, I'm not a frog biologist. I don't know the difference. You just look cute.
It is in fact a toad and not a frog. He just doesn't know the difference.
This fucking asshole.
I like him.
Two.
I like Derek.
I like it. He's nice.
Uh,
I feel like if Monkey ever gets awakened, he's just gonna come out with a Scottish accent. Ah, yes, these are my people.
Yeah. It's too late, mother. I have seen everything.
Oh boy.
I hate this fucking game.
I love this fucking game.
There's the door.
Alright. So unless any of you have any other questions, Garrig salutes and starts climbing back up towards the watchtower.
Malifane keeps waving and waving until he's out of sight. And then he kind of whispers to the party, "Okay, so you caught all of them, right?
Yes!
Because that was
Thavagath might be here!
Thavagath is here, possibly. Or Thavagath might be here. the Underhill King is definitely here. Then there's the slightly less important also those assholes. Okay, this is a day.
What time of day is it, Alex?
It's the early evening.
We say we get an early night and get up early so that we can ask around for mercenaries and see if we can't find our lost friend. Maybe.
Looks to rest of party.
That's, well, that's assuming... I'm sorry, Mama. That's assuming Thavigoth wants to be found.
Yeah. I don't know who we're talking about, but yeah.
Yes, you do. I'll fill you in.
Oh, that. Oh, okay, gotcha.
He kind of lowers his arms and droops a little bit.
Well, regardless of that factor, it's still probably a good idea to get an early rest anyways. The more we get in tomorrow, the better off we'll be.
Yeah, have to agree with that. Want to be, bright-eyed and whatever, how the saying goes. Especially if we're going to be dealing with the Wild Axe clan, which, I mean, I don't mind them. They've always been a riot every single time we've run into them, but, yeah, certainly something. Especially if we're going to be going, well, if we're going to be encountering Crocodile.
I don't mind Crocodile. He seemed very... What's the word? Charming, but...
Professional, maybe?
That's the word, yeah.
Ah, good. Yeah, no, professional for sure. He was one of the gladiators on the circuit, wasn't he? Now that I think about it.
He was.
It's actually the one who told me that I could fly if I lightened up my armor a little bit. I'll never forget that.
What are you on now?
You see him, he'll be surprised to see how much my wings have grown.
Very true.
Like, flutters them a little bit.
That was good instinct the other night, by the way. Taking flight.
It's all I could think of.
No, it was the right thing to do, especially with, Carl's really close to head a little bit. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go scout out a place to set up camp, and, like Garrick said, like I said, this isn't exactly a law firm. We're not gonna get shit. Your sleep will be fine.
I can come with you if you like. Quintessa, would you mind watching over the kids?
Me?
Well, for some reason you know how to take care of Aarakocra children, so...
I mean, I can certainly
Only
try.
if you are okay with it.
No, it's alright. I'll hold them in my
Gently hands them over to... They're not even that much bigger than your hand.
I know!
I love this.
Monkey just stares at them unamused.
That's my mom.
Monkey just looks at them like, soon.
I will cradle them. Princess is just like, you've never really seen her affectionate, but she's just like...
I've seen her affectionate.
Shut the fuck
Almost
up.
eyes soften as he looks at this display of adorableness and just...
It's so small.
You believe I used to be that small?
No!
You? Small? Never.
I know, right? I mean, look at me, I'm... Okay, well,
Let's go
we'll be
scout
back
out.
soon. Yeah, ping me if something happens.
Yeah, or tell Mosca to ping me, and Crumb will leave Mosca with the rest of the party as we go off to scout.
Of course.
Alright. So, it's early evening and dinner time, which means that the biggest crowd of dwarves is, in front of the forges / the baking stands, which means you go the exact opposite direction of that, where the leather-clad, shorn and bald dwarves are like calling back the falcons that have been circling the sky and feeding them. They don't seem to pay you much mind. A couple of them do like double or triple takes as they see an Eric Hawker walk by, but otherwise none approach you to bother you.
Let me see it. So what do we roll? Perception, insight, or survival?
To find a place that you're pretty sure no one's going to bother you if you sleep, investigation.
I think,
I'll just help you out with that.
I have a plus 11 in investigation.
You're not here.
Well, actually, what's
Oh, I'm not? What am I
What's
doing?
I didn't think you were.
Wait,
You're with Quintessa, aren't you?
Oh, you're right. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm a little out of
Sorry.
it right now.
it's totally
I'm out of
okay.
it.
Corellian is. What's your investigation score?
You're good.
Okay,
roll.
alright, I'll roll with advantage. For some reason mine is pretty good.
I'm a
Mine.
talking person, not a looking person.
All right.
Understandable.
Obvious problem, Momo. There's a lot of dwarves and you don't know where they sleep. So big shrug.
Well, Carlian sort of shrugs and attempts to use some logic. We'll see how sound it is. I mean, worst comes to worst, we could maybe bunk up against the wall directly if there are any open spots. It's not likely that many people will be sleeping there, since, yes, I know the walls are small have been breached. However, I doubt most people will be sleeping next to them, so that would probably be at least an open space for us. Shrug.
Don't really have any better ideas, so let's best bet.
Well, in that case, and
it's
Carlian
a-
will...
It's a dwarven wall. What's gonna break through that?
Exactly. Nothing. I mean, you saw the caverns we had to practically squeeze through. Like, I'm significantly... Carlian looks up at Momo and just sort of pauses. And I'm significantly smaller than you, so I don't think that... When did you get so tall, Momo?
Probably around the time. I don't even keep track anymore. It seems like it's like a foot now.
Momo, you're medium.
I'm medium! When did you grow up, Momo? I just kind of like blinks pretty hard and looks away.
Boy, I carry.
Puts a hand on Elliot's shoulder. Maybe getting taller, but still haven't changed.
Carlian puts a
I
claw
have
over
in all the
Momo's
best
hand.
ways, but
Carlian puts a claw over Momo's hand and sort of like takes it. No, you've been you have changed, and it's not a bad thing. You have done a lot of growing up, both physically, looks him up and down, and, well, maybe it was too soon, but in general as well. And I think you've done a good job, and you have, well, you've got those two kids you need to be an example for, right?
looks down at the ground and smiles, and then his eyebrows furrow a little bit. I've actually been meaning to talk to you about something.
Oh?
How did you become a paladin? What did it take? Where did you go to learn how to do everything?
God. At this point, since we've sort of chosen an area to set up camp, Carlian will sort of like go to set up things just to keep his claws busy with something as he talks. Well, it wasn't really anything that I went anywhere for. The thing about being a paladin, the thing about these sort of flexes one claw and looks at it. The thing about these abilities is that it comes from a force of will. Whether it is believing in something so much that you make it a reality, or making a promise that you must keep, or anything else like that. They're vows. That's what it's like being a paladin. Is you make those vows and you stick to them, and it's from those that you take your strength. And when we first met, I was still a paladin, yes, but it's not like I was a paladin with any sort of god that came later. I actually don't think I ever spoke to you about that, but when everything happened, when Hesper was killed, she told me to run. She told me to flee, so I did. So, the poison that was on that arrow still got to me. I was at death's door, and I don't know if it was a dream, I don't know if it was a vision or something else, but standing on the shores of that dark, silent lake, shit, I must have been hallucinating. I made a promise that I had to bring her back no matter what it took. No matter what it took. No matter what it takes. And so that's where I got this. That's where I got these powers. The poison left me, but I was left with that promise that I had made so long ago, and eventually a year passed and I ended up back at Port Mirandu, back in the city of Shimmering Lights. There was the kobold child. I didn't know where to go, and I prayed to Muhammad in that temple, and he took me on as a paladin of his own. And even so, that power, that promise, that vow, that strength, I suppose, that was in me before there was any god to give it form. So, Helen takes a breath and just sort of looks at Momo. In truth, it's just been something that was with me. In a way, it's been a source of a lot of useful things, but also in a way it's been a source of, I wouldn't call it a curse per se, but an obligation. Mama, remember, you must have been months ago by now, but remember when I told you I would never lie to you? Back in that old farmhouse, you woke up from that terrible dream. It was storming, and us all just stupid out of the place, and I promised you that I would never lie to you. Well, you never broke that promise. That's what being a paladin means. Even if everyone still forgets you, however. Helen sort of like shakes his head as if like shaking off a shiver that's gone down his body. Anyway, sorry. Sort of.
It's... I don't know what to say. That was awful.
Does that answer your question at least?
There's a sarcasm a little subtle and not to say. Thank you.
Of course, and remember, you've always got, well, the rest of us, and you've got Serenita, and you've got those two kiddos to look after too. Lots of people in your corner, you know.
Thank you for being there for me, even when I was at my lowest. I honestly don't think I would have been able to. There are a lot of things that have happened to me if it weren't for you.
I was just sort of,
when you really think about it, a lot of bad things have happened to all of us. Well, Like I said, if any of you weren't there, I think I'd be on the path that I am today. I'm scared to think about the path that I would have taken.
Colin just sort of nods, and then sort of regards Momo for a beat, and then just pulls him into a tight hug. Which would have been crushing, but I mean, it's growing small, so it's fine. You're good, Momo.
Oh,
You're good.
hugs him back, lifting him off the ground.
Oh,
It's a little bit.
gods. Don't
Sorry.
don't strain yourself, don't strain yourself. This armor is heavy. Just put me down. Don't hurt yourself, please.
Sorry.
No. You're good. I think you're the only person who I would let pick me up without too much of an argument on my end. So
Really?
that is, Crowley sort of looks down. I'm not saying he barely picked me up, but the plate armor is very heavy.
Yeah, it's a lot heavier than I expected.
Mm-hmm. Curlin sort of shifts it, and it sort of moves into little clanking places. Yeah, I've been getting more used to it. Somehow I feel a little bit lighter on my feet than I used to be. Anyway, I should probably ping Mosca to get the others back here. So, yeah.
Right.
And Colin will sort of ping Mosca to sort of nudge people towards our direction.
Oscar indeed just starts nudging everybody else in your direction.
Mo smiles at Corellian again before he continues to start setting up for camp again.
Oscar is very insistently poking everybody else.
Follow me, team.
Hello, fellas. It's Elaine.
Alright. Once she's got everyone's attention, Muska leads everyone over to the wall where Corellian and Momo have made camp.
Oh, it's Corellian's idea.
I mean, it's better than nothing, at least. So, yeah, we should probably. We've got things set up. Bowen's just gonna take a breath and go cuddle Moscow a little bit.
You guys okay?
Yeah. Just had a little bit of a heart to talk, and it was nice. Oh, you guys hungry?
I suppose I could eat. Why, what's up?
Well, I have a spell that could feed us all and store all of our energy after we get that working.
Instant eat maybe only once.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry, I was just stroking the bird.
You having fun there, Princessa?
So cute.
I've gotten quite attached to them.
One of them rolled over. Sorry, what did you say? Food! Yes, food! Oh, I'd love food.
Grandma, you hungry?
Scam, are you there?
Yeah. Scam is vibing in the background noise zone, which I can understand.
Scam is
Because
silent.
My
neighbors
current
decided-
zone.
My neighbors have
Luckily,
decided
I think
to
you can
mow the
only
lawn
hear
at
it.
5 p.m.
No!
Oh no.
I'm here.
They've already mowed the
Hopefully-
lawn today!
Fuck.
Oh no. Hopefully you can only hear it when I'm talking.
It's gotta be up to regulations, you know?
Quick, scam understudy, go!
Hello there, I am Scam Likely's understudy.
God.
How'd you like my impression of Scam Likely?
Yeah,
Beautiful, bravo.
alright. It's good. It's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mama looks over to Scam. Scam, are you hungry?
Nah, I'm pretty alright. I think I'm good for now. I can cover myself.
Okay. I know I haven't seen you. Create food and water.
Awesome. You create enough food to feed your party, and as you do, the falconer dwarves take another look over in your direction. One raises a finger and opens their mouth, closes their mouth, puts the finger down, and just walks away.
Nice.
She opened her beak. She must be hungry. Okay. Momo reaches into his pouch and pulls out like a little lump of mush, like hyena mush, to feed her. Yes.
Well, what do you say, Quinn?
Thank you. Like
So I'm
this.
yelling at my dad.
You have to tilt your head back like this, and then just. Oh, there you go. And she just starts like pecking at it and pulling it in, and then pecking at it again, and like kind of like baby tearing at flesh, and it's just what a ferocious beast. So hungry.
This is too cute.
Eat the food. Blessed session.
Last session.
Monkey
They
just
haven't opened.
projected
Yeah,
on the
I was gonna say they haven't opened their eyes yet, right?
No!
Not yet.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you have to be patient with them. They can't even see it.
Got it.
Here's the thing with babies. If we ever have a kid in Elephant, I say communication from day one. That way, their communication will grow young, and therefore we will make progress here. So, hello, birds. I hope you're having fun there.
Cirrus and Fletch.
Sirius and Fletch, those are the names. Besides
Momo.
the fact that one's a boy and one's a girl, do
Yeah.
any of them have like markings or anything?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
They
well,
are wrinkles and a beak at this point.
Also known as precious babies.
Yes.
Alright. Sorry, I'm this.
Oh, Momo, you can, if it's alright, I could keep an eye on them. I've cared for
course.
kiddos in the past, in the hatchery and stuff.
Really? Of course.
You get some rest.
Momo kind of
tonight.
like reaches for the children. Heavy hands.
Yes.
Okay, here you go.
Picks the children. Brings them over to Corellian.
Krellian will take the kids, and Krellian's pretty good with kids, and Krellian would have, spent some time in the hatchery with the other kobold eggs, and so they know how to take care of children, and just, yeah, tonight they're gonna keep an eye on the kids, and, sing them some songs in Draconic, and just give Momo a break.
Cute. I could. He suddenly, his eyes start to droop a little bit. I didn't realize how exhausted I am.
There. You get yourself some rest.
Thank you. And he kind of just, flops on the ground next to Mosca and rolls into the crevice of her stomach.
Moscow will lick Momo's head feathers and just curl up around him.
This is your.
Blessed session! Oh,
Alright.
in that case, I'm not gonna
Nope.
take any watches tonight.
Quinn, despite what you said earlier, I think you'd actually make quite a good mother.
Well, not necessarily now.
No, I mean, I'm not saying rush into things, but I mean, the way you handled those two was very gentle. It was very sweet.
Well, I mean, they're so small. I mean, you have to kind of handle those sort of things with gentleness.
Of course.
Stop smiling like that.
Why?
Embarrassing me.
It's cute.
Stop it.
Come on, let's turn in for the night.
Alright. You all turn in for the night, leaning against the outer wall of Serkeskal. And in the morning, Malifane, you are awoken by someone kicking at your side. You look up. A very muscular, blue-tattooed dwarf that you recognize as Durkon of the Wild Axe clan is looking down at you. Hello, you! You remember me?
Oh, hello. We, can do this later.
No, we can't! Because now that you do remember me, we get to the fun part! He just grabs his shirt, rips it in half, tosses it aside. Let's fight!
Holy shit! Just fucking Armstrongs in a
Do it. Do it.
Malifane was about to go right back to sleep, but the moment he hears the ripping, his eyes just shoot wide open. He's like, did you okay, look. What time is it, actually?
It is just sunset.
Sunset?
Not sunset, sunrise, sorry. Other thing the sun
Christ,
does.
okay. Slightly better.
Slightly better.
Look, it is to see you again. There's no in between there. It's just, it is to see you again. But you're going
You
to
just
wake up.
got calling to hold a
wake up.
hand out as Durkon flails against your arm. His arm's just too short to reach you. Why am I rolling so many at once today?
Wait, what was that for? I'm sorry.
He was gonna attack you. He was gonna grab you and try and pile drive you.
So he just holds out a hand.
Yeah, you just hold out a hand and stop him.
Just shakes it, just treating it like a handshake. Right. No, you're going to wake my fiancé and my friends, and look, I'm happy to
Fuck
fight
your fiancé and your friends, but not in that way!
Is anyone else waking up right now? Like, this guy is, I'm assuming, shouting pretty loudly.
Yes! Durkon is the world's second loudest man.
Oh, wait. No, never mind. Don't answer that. I know.
Like, clearly blinks himself awake and, like, sort of almost starts looks down at the children they've been cradling, and then sort of like looks at Malifane, looks at Durkon, looks at Malifane, looks at Durkon, squints, looks more.
Yep.
Damn, nice to see you again. You look great.
I've been working out.
Damn, I can really fucking tell. Shit, give us some of those guns.
I mean, if you think I look really good, you should see Big Herdor.
No shit. Well, in that case, let's make it a proper reunion. Everyone wakes up, we all get together, and then we have a real good tussle for old time's sake. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds fucking fantastic!
Fuck yeah!
See, that wasn't so
Who
hard.
wants to fight?
You're
He,
good. You're good. We're
rises
gonna
up
wake
and-
up.
What the fuck is happening?
We're gonna fight!
Yeah,
remember I
it's
told you about the dwarves who met at the tavern that one time?
Malifane, I don't mean to be blunt, but you never told me you swung that way.
I don't.
But there is a shirtless man who knows you standing over you. That seems very,
Honey.
I mean,
No.
you do you. I'm not angry. It's
No.
always nice to explore your options, Malifane.
God.
We'll get back to you.
Right. So
Cam leans over at Krillin and says, "Are straight people okay?"
Krillin sort of leans back over and just pauses, and then leans over a little more, sort of grabs Scam's collar and brings him a little closer. No.
There's no such thing as straight people, Scam.
Anyway, Darkon, time and place, yeah?
5 minutes from now, right over there.
Alright, let's make it 30. As you can see, Krillin sort of like nods towards the kids. We got some kiddos with us, so
Holy
give us a mo,
shit!
yeah?
Are those baby Anaconda?
Oh
Oh my god, those are adorable!
Right? Damn fucking right they are.
Freckles are like wrinkles and a pink on them. Oh my god, holy shit.
Their names are Fletch and Cirrus. Aren't they the cutest little damn
Those are
things
the
you've ever
best
seen in
names
your life?
ever.
Mama like goes from being like a crackhead awake to just kind of falling back into Muskel's fur. Just oh thank God.
Anyway, Darkon, we'll meet you there. We just got to take care of the kiddos first, and then we can have a good old-fashioned, practically tavern crawl fight thing for old time's sake. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan to me. And
Feckin' excellent.
Durkhan walks off. Behind him, there's just this line of the Shorn Falconer dwarves who are just all leaning around. One raises a finger. I'm sorry. Did you say baby Arakocra?
No! And then he like scoops them up and covers them up in his cape.
The dwarves
Says
just
them,
all
like-
blink, very clearly having seen them.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Could I sort of like gauge the mood and see if these dwarves would be like, would want to wish them harm or have their ulterior motives or something like? Are they cool? Basically,
Make an insight check.
Awesome.
I'm going
Give you
to check on
advantage,
that as
'cause my insight
well.
Can I roll
Alright.
insight too?
Yeah, go for
I have
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Momo and Malifane, like everyone who made the insight check, doesn't detect like any malice from these dwarves. They're more like a curiosity. Momo and Malifane, you detect like a mixture of like professional curiosity because these dwarves raise falcons and are like genuinely curious. Like, what's raising a baby Arakocra like? I haven't seen a baby Arakocra ever. Some of us haven't seen an Arakocra ever. So there's kind of that. So there's kind of the professional mystery angle of it. The other angle of some of these dwarves is legitimately they want to see a cute baby bird. Because they spend a lot of time around birds.
Okay, Mama just like don't. Okay. He uncovers the babies and holds them up. Say, "Oh, baby Arakocra."
Alright. One of the dwarves just like slowly and cautiously moves forward with like trained precision and grace, being very, very careful not to startle the birds. Slowly moves a hand towards them to rub them. They just kind of shimmy in pleasure as she does. What have you been feeding them?
Well, stuffed fruit and some hyena meat that we got the other day.
Hyena meat?
Yeah, it was,
We can do better than hyena meat! And the dwarves just start rummaging through their packs and pull out, like, packets of already mashed up, like, bird seed, bird food, anything a growing baby bird would need to have a very healthy diet.
Forget you guys take care of birds.
I don't understand how you would forget that. For one, you just got here like yesterday, but if you knew us, our whole thing is falconry. Literally our whole thing.
Right. Is there a proper way to feed young birds like this?
Is there? And they all just start sitting down, pulling out notes. For the next 30 minutes or so, all of them are just, like, sharing advice and, like, asking questions about how you're raising the baby birds. Clearly they know what they're talking about. I, as a person, do not, so I will not bother you with the details.
Well, in that case, Momo will answer their questions properly and, like, share anecdotes and insights of when he was a kid and how he was raised and how he incorporated that into raising the young Arakocra.
Alright.
Wholesome moment.
You know what? Before now, Malifane thought pretty lowly of this group, but it's improved a little bit. It has.
Charming.
Alright. So 30 minutes pass. I'm assuming everyone just, like, gets all settled and dressed up, and then you hear, calling over, "It's been 31 minutes, you late!" And look over at a fighting ring that's just been drawn in the middle of the Serkeskal courtyard. Durkan is there, along with several other Wild Axe clan members.
Right, we'll be right over. Mama, you want to join or you want to stay and, deal with...
He looks down at the kids, looks back up. I think I'll be okay here.
Sounds
There were
good.
a lot of questions.
You lot, you all ready to tussle?
Just watch from afar. Good luck.
Am I fighting too? Wait, what's happening? I was eating.
You're
food.
absolutely fighting. Come on, we're gonna rumble with these wild axe dwarves. Come on.
Wait. Yeah, I can drag the knife.
You can just get dragged over the
like a
road.
drag.
Yeah.
Just
Hang
by
on,
the
wait.
collar, just yoink.
Wait, Momo? Take monkey. Take monkey.
He holds his hand out and puts Monkey on his shoulder.
If he looks at you grumpily, it's not personal.
He has no other look.
Alright, let's go.
Cool.
Alright. Rowan rolls their shoulders. Let's have a good time, yeah?
Alright,
Let's.
standard Serkeskal rules, one-on-one, no ganging up unless you think it's funny, in which case go for it, whatever the hell works.
Fuck yes! Okay, DM question. One-on-one, would that just be, like, one person per group, even if we're, like, fighting all at once? It's just, like, one-on-one type shit, or...
Yeah, it's basically you're pairing off against a different dwarf for each of you.
Fuck it! Sounds great. Let's go. You guys got that? Excellent. Let's fucking go for it.
Oh god.
Alright. Corellian, you step forward. A dwarf that is, like, maybe 2 inches taller than Durkan steps into the ring. Right. Remember when I was talking about Big Harder? This is the guy. You should see the muscles on him.
Hell yes. Krillin looks him up and down. It'll be a pleasure.
Grunts Herder.
Momo's in the back, just like, Krillin, you got this! Woo!
Krillin
Let's
throws
go,
his thumbs up in
okay?
the air.
So this is wrestling. I will need a strength check. This is a series of opposing strength checks. Whoever gets the higher number wins that wrestling match.
You didn't tell me this was.
Have I got good news for you?
This is gonna be great.
Sticks!
Alright! Strength is just a straight fucking strength check, no nothing.
No, no.
Hey,
you didn't check in
Atlas,
unarmed
what's
combat.
Corellian's strength again?
So, fun fact. Errata has just been published removing the kobold's penalty to strength.
Baby, we have 20 strength! Fuck yeah! Whoa! Krillin is finally the strong bull that they were always meant to be.
Yet they still somehow look like a twig.
Kron's always been beefy, but now we're like extra beefy.
Now we're talking.
Great. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Watch me roll the worst strength check of all time.
Alright.
No, that's my job.
So you'll roll it.
So, you just launch yourself at the dwarf, with a huge burst of might, trying to, like, grab him, pin him to the ground. He doesn't move. He just grabs you with one hand, hoists you into the air, throws you, like, 30 feet out of the ring.
Oh, fucking fair then. Krillin sort of like springs back up and goes back into it, and so Serkeskal rules is basically it's just one-on-one, but otherwise anything goes, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. In that case,
Anything goes. No weapons, though. They're wrestlers.
that's fine. Krillin will touch their will touch their war peak, not draw it, mind you, but touch it. It's fucking enlarged reduce time, baby, and we are getting medium up in here.
Bowl!
So here we go, medium bold, and that I believe will give me advantage on strength checks. So
Yep.
yeah. Damn. Okay.
You come at him again. Big Herder just like grabs you, pushes you down to the ground, sets a foot on you.
Ugh. Fuck me sideways. All right then. And Colin is gonna try to, edge him off of my chest and, strength check him off of me. Please roll 20.
Please roll 20.
Okay. Please roll 20.
Okay.
Watch it not be enough.
Wow.
Fuck me.
You, with a big burst of strength, you push yourself up. Big Herder just puts a finger down on the back of your head, pushes you back down again. 1, 2, 3. I am Windows.
Fuck me. You fucking are. Krellin will sort of pop back up to their feet, offer, a handshake as a, good shit type deal.
Herder just grips your hand with bone-crushing force, kind of shakes you, you get lifted off the ground a little bit, and then he just lets you down, walks off.
Nice. God, look at the guns on that man. Anyway, Krellin looks toward the rest of you. Well,
I might as well get this out of the way.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Scam, you step into the ring. Shortly after, a blue-tattooed, hunched-over dwarf with a huge cigar in his mouth walks into the ring after you, takes out the cigar, coughs violently, then looks over in your direction. Hey, my name's Hardy, how you doing?
What brand you smoking there, partner?
The Good Kush brand.
I see. Sorry, you're all going to deal with background jazz. It's not jazz, but as I'm talking, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Because my dad scheduled band practice and didn't tell me. Okay, I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce on myself, just in the same vein, just to make myself on par with this beefy lad. Just make myself grow a few extra inches and just be like, all right, well, by divine providence, I just want you to know, kind of take the cigar out of my mouth, look at it, I'll lick the tips of my fingers and just put it out, then tuck it in my breast pocket, throw out my dukes and just say, Cigar Rivals is the name of my ska band.
Oh, sweet. You should really pass me, the EP sometime. I'd love to listen.
Oh my god, wait, what's your SoundCloud? Never mind, let's fight.
DJ's Metal Scam!
Shut up, Brian. I'm networking. Anyway, what do I roll?
Straight up strength check with advantage. This guy is not as strong as Big Herder, so...
Strength with advantage. Helping right up. This is advantage with my +1 strength. It's an 8. Oh no, I'm gonna get hurt.
The sheer power of the Good Kush propels Hardier forward, and he just punches you straight in the enlarged dong.
I'm so glad Atwis are just taking off their headphones. They cannot hear you describe Cam Likely's enlarged dong. Oh, okay, that's humbling. No, I'm okay. Okay. I roll again?
Yeah, you roll again. It's best out of 5.
It's another 8.
Just this continued assault on your crotch. Surely this cannot be legal, and yet it keeps happening.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna puke. Give me a second. Tea. Hold on, I need a minute. Kind of run over to the wall and just kind of lean over. I'm saying to my teammates, I am getting decimated over here. No tigers. Hold on. Okay, go back in.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until the next turn, but Malthane's just gonna take a deep breath and just walk within at least 5 feet of him.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you doing, Melvin? You gotta tell me what you're doing, because otherwise I might tell you to not do it.
Tag.
No, I'm not tagging. I don't want to tag.
Okay, you're lost.
Yeah, okay, fine. Scam Likely's not a quitter. Scam Likely's not a quitter unless it's financial evasion, in which case sometimes you gotta duck out and run to better. Anyway, run back into the battle.
Remember, you've never heard of taxes in your entire life.
It's certain I've never paid mine. Okay, that's a 19.
You're getting the pattern of this man's attacks, so you just step out of the way and just punch him right in the chin. Oh, son of a bitch! That's where my beard comes from.
Okay. Let's go again. I feel I must have come back.
Alright, okay.
Feeling better about this one.
Are you scared?
No, they took out the part of my brain that feels fear a long time ago.
Can I spend my inspiration to Actually, well, let me ask you this, Alex. I have inspiration.
Yes.
Do I have to spend that now, or can I wait to see what the other guy rolls before I spend it?
I'm trying to remember inspiration rules if it lets you do it after you see the result. I try to avoid after seeing the result because then it involves the narrator going back in time to say, actually, that didn't happen.
Sure.
I think last time I looked it up, it was before the result.
Sure, okay.
I'll double check that, though, and I'll let you know.
Okay, well...
Let's just say before the result for right now, and if I'm wrong, I'm
I
wrong.
will spend my inspiration
Okay.
and reroll. That's a natural 20.
That's a natural 20. I'll count that as 2 successes if it wins. It wins!
Oh my god.
You just leap onto the dwarf with the fury of an enlarged goblin whose crotch has been violently assaulted with his fists and just immediately pin him down to the ground.
Send me a few cigars, I'll send you some of mine.
Sounds like a plan.
It was really nice meeting you. Yeah.
Nice meeting you too. Hope you have fun.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you too. Okay, I get up, I do a victory lap, and then I shrink back down to regular size.
Someone from the back goes,
Um,
Yahoo! Don't do that.
You ask me, I don't know.
Fucking up top scam.
Up top, K. I don't know how I did that. Is that... Damn.
Well, good shit.
I gotta take sparring lessons from you sometime, dang.
Well, hell, I'm next, don't I?
Do you want me to go next?
No! Malafane, better to try and fail than not to try at all, okay?
Okay. Good luck, honey.
Oh, you know what? I feel like I have the upper hand with that knowledge that you love me.
Alright. Quintessa, you step into the ring. Durkheim clears his throat. Now, being a gentleman, I would never hit a lady. Me wife, on the other hand, and then a dwarf that looks exactly like Durkheim, but with an extra braid, walks over, rips her shirt open, and says, "Fucking fight me!"
Go get him, Quintessa!
You got this, dear! Hey, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
It's such an invitation.
Fuck her up!
Scam just lifts up a bowl of popcorn and offers it to Corellian.
I will
Give him hell, Quinn!
channel my soldier history from
Hit her in the titty!
my soul. As I try to understand. Strength roll, right?
Strength roll, yes.
Me. Yo!
Somehow you do manage to get your soldier training in gear, grab the dwarf before she can grab you, and just, like, shove her off to the side.
Plus 6 to street. Oh, I see. That was... Okay, never mind.
I don't.
The dwarves are very good at wrestling. Very good at wrestling. Did you see the plus 10 to strength from the first one, perhaps?
Fuck me. Well, so, how do you do?
That sounds like conversation and not fighting me! Oh, that's very rude to deny my request. And then she goes for you again.
Fuck. Alright.
Right.
Roll the thing. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit!
Oh!
That is a tie!
Okay.
You are locked in mortal grappling combat with this dwarf. Roll again!
Come on, Quintessa!
Oh my god!
Hey, Momo, really quick, do you happen to have the bless cantrip? Asking for a friend.
I have the guidance cantrip.
Oh, eyes emoji. Doesn't guidance apply to skill checks?
Yes.
I believe it does. It's a touch spell.
This is a...
What
is a skill check?
Alright, roll again.
Roll again!
Fuck my life. Fuck my life.
Oh no!
Finally, you were just, like, picked up and slammed down to the ground by this dwarf woman.
Oh my god, sex!
I don't know the meaning of the word. No, seriously, I don't know the meaning of the word.
Oh, well, allow me to enlighten you right after this. Carry on.
Yeah, carry on. It's 1-1. Best out of 5.
Alright. Are you fucking
It's
kidding
just
me?
getting lower!
There's nothing she can roll that won't beat that.
Unless it's a natural
Unless
one.
it's a natural one. Fuck me running.
Does that count as 2 wins for Quinn, or?
It's still higher, so I'll count it as a tie again.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't believe they're just still grappling and going at it.
Who's on top now?
It's the dwarf. The dwarf's on top now. She just, like, leaps into the air, pile drives you down.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
Is that because you had cocksucks?
No. But here's the thing. If you don't stop suffocating me, I won't be able to explain what that is.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And the one more.
One more. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh? Okay.
Oh.
Hey!
You do a quick reversal, rolling over and, like, elbowing the dwarf in the chest to get her off you. That is, I believe, 2-2 now?
I think
2-2.
so, yeah.
2-2.
This is tough. This is close. This
It's
is
the
damn
base of the spine, bitch.
Ah, thank you for clarifying. Now fight me!
I hate everything about you. No!
Now that she's aware of what the coccyx is, she punches you in it.
Damn.
I just fall.
1, 2, 3, I'm the winner! Thank you for fighting me. And then she just, like, calmly walks off.
Oh, pleasure. Crawls up.
You tried your best, dear.
Oh, thank you, Mel. You're gonna do great. I love you.
No, no, not. But thank you anyways.
I can't even get. I just kind of just sit on the floor trying to like rub my back. Well, that was pretty good, all things considered.
That
All right.
was.
Now it's time for Melifane to do
I
some
have a
wrestling
-1 modifier in strength. Help me.
against Darkon.
Oh, yours worse?
Yes, mine is worse. Help me.
Just progressively
against
worse and
Darkon?
worse wrestlers entering the ring. Amazing. Alright.
You know,
step
when you
inside.
said we'd be fighting, I had a feeling this would be with weapons.
Why would you think that?
Fair point. Just strength check.
Just strength check against Darkon, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that seems about right.
Darkon just like yeets you out of the arena, and like 30 seconds later you walk back in with bruises on you.
You're very aerodynamic, Mal.
Scam runs
Right.
over to Krelling and
Right.
says, I have to say, honestly speaking, I've been waiting to see Mal get his ass kicked for so long. This is great.
Pass me some more of that popcorn.
All
Fuck him up, Mal!
Fuck him up, Mel!
Yeah.
Darling.
Alright, you go back into the ring to fuck him up. As soon as both your feet are inside, Darkon just decks you across the face.
Oh.
Hey, Scam, can you come here? I need to ask you something.
No, I'm good. Keep it up, buddy.
No, seriously, I need to ask you something really important.
Go ahead. Humor him.
Okay. I walk up to the edge of the thing and says, what's that, Malifane?
Tag!
Yeah, that's not how this fight works.
It doesn't say you have to be willing!
It doesn't.
It doesn't!
Hey, but here's the fun thing though. That only applies to armor class. This is
Oh.
a skill check fight, baby.
This is a skill check fight.
With places with the ally.
Alright, so,
Arguing.
Scam
Just
roll
throw me
a
into the
strength check.
Okay, cool. You just throw me into the ring.
Uh-huh.
Go get him, Scam!
I just stumble into the ring like, okay. Gesture to the crowd. Give it up for the pansy, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for
That's
the
right!
pansy.
Scamuel Thelonious Likely, the pansy of the hour!
Nope, I was talking about that guy, but thank you, Corellian.
Big Herder
least I
claps
know when
exactly
I'm
once
beat.
and then puts his arms down.
Okay. I look over at the opposition and be like, quick question. Is he disqualified or is that legal?
Who's disqualified? Let's see what happens, because this could be fun.
This could be fun. Can I, mind if I make myself big again just for even odds?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I make myself small. Okay, let's do this again.
It's medium.
So, Durkan, you get big, get ready to fight Durkan. He grabs you, starts beating Malifane with your body.
What?
Okay, this is not where I thought this would go!
Between impact, Scam was like, I'm okay with this! And then can I actually, while I'm being used to beat Malifane, grab Malifane to drag him back in?
God.
Sure!
There's no escape.
Just
Can I roll against that with acrobatics?
getting absolute crap beaten out of
Oh shit, is this a free-for-all now? Corellian
Oh,
yells
no.
from the sidelines.
What are you doing?
What are you doing,
No.
Corellian?
I didn't agree to this!
If it's a free-for-all, Corellian's gonna hop the fucking sidelines and go in on it, because that sounds like fun.
You hop in and crash tackle into the pile, just letting punches fly.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's all go!
And then
Alright.
in the tangle of flesh, Scam goes, wait, everyone stop!
We're going for it, what?
Everyone!
I never agreed to
Yeah,
this.
everyone just
I-
pauses mid-punch, like in a Looney
I hold
Tunes
up two
cartoon.
fingers and I go, new idea!
What?
What if we all gang up on that guy? And I point to Malifane.
No.
Corellian just, like, ends up punching Scam because of the inertia.
Yeah, I'll come in too.
Bam! Scam looks at his wallet real quick and just goes, 10 gold, whoever attacks that guy first!
Wait, he said no weapons, but that's it, right?
Yeah, just fists.
Yeah, just miss. Magic is
Oh,
clearly
cool.
allowed.
Oh.
I rolled ball bearings.
I punch Corellian back just for even.
Alright.
Him, yeah.
So, ball bearings are rolled out, doors are chipping and falling onto you, falling onto each other. It's a mess in there. And, like, midway through, you all just hear clapping and turn. And Scam and Quintessa, you haven't seen this man before. It is a tall man in a well-tailored suit, like, finely fitted to his body proportions, with the wooden mask of a crocodile, closed jaws, on his head.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Malifane, Corellian, and Momo from a distance, you recognize this man as Crocodile. And
Momo's
as the
eyes
clapping
widen
starts...
and
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Momo.
Momo's eyes widen and he has the kids in hand, but he doesn't know where to leave them. So he kind of just puts that, like, tells Mosker, like, please keep an eye on them, don't let anything happen. And kind of nuzzles them into the curve of her stomach as she's laying there.
She
Alright.
understands common, so yeah.
She understands common, she knows what you're talking about. So,
And then, like, runs over to everyone else.
you run over right in time for the clapping to just, like, have all the doors stop, stand up, like, crack their necks a little bit, get stretches in.
Oh, my back.
Excellent form, Wild Dance Clan. Your training is going especially well, he says. And hello to the rest of you, of course.
You guys okay?
Ah, we're doing great. Corellian's just got this grin on their face.
Yeah, fine. Never better.
Momo is going to... Let me see if there's anything useful here. Did you take damage from that fight, or was it just for funsies?
It was just the funsies fight.
You know what? That's quite... Okay. I was gonna say that's questionable.
Your pride is severely hurt, and you are super
Yeah.
sore, but this was not an HP fight.
Cool.
Oh, long time no see.
Indeed it has.
You.
I trust your travels have been going well.
Oh, absolutely. And have them with you. Corellian sort of like hops to the barrier and approaches Crocodile and sort of like extends like a hand for a handshake. You know, that's the whole pleasantry sort of thing.
Fantastic, says Crocodile, reaching his hand over and shaking yours. As you can see, I have found quite a few prospects.
You certainly have. They're
Yeah.
Crowley looks back. They're coming along fucking great. Anyway, what are you doing in a place like this?
Well,
Any place like this.
as you can see, there are plenty of able bodies around here, ready for recruitment into the guild, of course. I have been observing, mingling. You know how it is. Always busy in my life.
Oh, yeah. Of course. And you got stakes of your own in the midst of, well, Crowley's sort of gestures in general. All this, yeah?
I do, yes. Several of the dwarves around here are very receptive to my line of work.
I'm kidding.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Momo looks over at the other dwarves as they're all like flexing and cheering each other on.
Mm-hmm. Natural fighters already. A perfect fit. Surely you would agree.
Certainly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hops in and hovers down and helps Malifane off the ground.
Thank you.
Quintessa's like just retying her hair again.
Natural fighters. Although, I thought your sort of bag was more in the, I don't know, showmanship entertainment aspect as opposed to the whole, full-on war type bit.
Entertainment can be taught. Brawn, that's something that comes around much less frequently.
I nod sagely. Yeah, true. I can only hope that you've got, well, that you continue to have an audience even as things continue to go to shit.
Well, one can only hope that at the end of all this I'll still be living large. But enough about me. What exactly brings you into Serkeskal?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're looking to hire on some people. Like you said, brawn isn't exactly something that can be taught, and we've used for brawn,
Ah, yes, of course. In that case, it is most unfortunate that I have gotten here first. I'm sure you'd have to make a strong counter-offer. Though I'm sure if there are any who would be more willing to work for you than work with myself, the king of this place would be able to direct you their way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there is more than one clan that's around here, after all, right?
Oh, yes, of course. I believe it is. He starts counting on his fingers. It is the Wild Axe clan, obviously, points to the blue tattoos. The Beast Finger, the Amber Coat, and the Coal Heart.
Crocodile, if you don't mind me asking, a really long time ago, we met and I was with a very dear friend of mine. Do you remember? Do you recall someone named
Avagar. Oh, yes. I had an idea in mind for him that required some particularly special training and preparations. I believe he should be still somewhere in the city, though in all of my talking to everyone here, I must have lost track. I do know he is of special interest to the king, though, so if anyone would know where this friend of yours, Stavagath, is, it would be him.
He nods his head. Thank you very much. Also, when we first met that while ago, I didn't know how to fly, and I recall you telling me if I tightened up my armor, then I would be able to fly, and, well, I definitely took your advice. He spreads his wings as far as they can go.
Ah, yes. Not a bit more bulk on you than there was before. He just, runs his hand across your wing. A most impressive specimen you have become.
He, puts his chest out a little bit and smiles triumphantly.
No. If, of course, you are having trouble getting to the king, I would be more than happy to get you an audience. They do like me around here. It's my force of personality, what can I say?
Oh,
I don't doubt that one bit. Assistance with getting to the king would be most appreciated.
Ah, yes, of course. Were you wanting to go now or later?
I look back to the party.
What do you guys think?
I guess now?
Wouldn't mind doing that.
Krillin sort of shrugs. Well, in your opinion, is the Underhill King more of a morning person or not?
Oh, don't worry. He should be awake by now.
Sounds good. You mentioned something about Fabregat having to need some kind of training. What sort of thing did you have in mind for?
Guild secrets.
Ah,
Understandable.
I see. Makes perfect sense. Every trade has its secrets, after all.
Of course. You are with the Tinkers Guild. You understand this.
Precisely. Well, in that case, the morning is going wrong, is it not?
Ah, that it is. Come. It is a shorter walk than you would think through the gatehouse. And he heads off towards the inner walls of Serkeskal.
And follows very close behind him.
Let's go.
Like ushering everyone else.
Alright. You get to the gatehouse. Two very heavily armored doors are there. They hold up hands as you approach. Crocodile just keeps on walking up to them, rests a shoulder on one of them. Hello there. You know me already. These are friends of mine who would love to have a quick chat with the king. And you could find it in you to open the gates for them, would you? They do look very heavy. The guards look at each other, nod, and wordlessly go up, crank up the portcullis that leads through the gatehouse.
And he looks up at the massive gate and follows closely behind Crocodile as he marvels at the architecture of the dwarves.
Crocodile just looks as the gatehouse opens to the main door into the tower fort, gestures a hand. That hand is covered up by my monitor. Gestures a hand for you to head on inside.
Thank you very much. He heads in.
Alright. I assume all of you are going.
Yeah.
Of course.
You all head into the dwarven fort. It's pretty busy in here. There are a lot of dwarves in splint armor, plate armor, just milling around, cooking, preparing meals, heading outside to deliver them. And in one central chamber that looks to have been a storage room with all sorts of crates pushed to the side, the Underhill King sits before a table with a map on it that is reminiscent of a map of Irion. All sorts of figurines representing various armies placed all around it. And as you enter, the Underhill King looks up from slouching in his chair and squints at you, gives a quick snarl under his breath as I try to pull up his art. That Roll20 is slow today because of course.
Of course.
Alright.
The
There
man.
he is.
There he is.
He sits like a Skyrim Jarl.
I know!
Oh my god, what a Chad.
He really is, though. Carlin looks to the party, looks to the Underhill King, and sort of takes the initiative of, doing sort of a sweeping, fairly low bow.
Yeah,
It
Momo
is
doesn't the same thing.
It is nothing but a pleasure to be in your presence once more.
He looks over all of you as you bow. Points to Quintessa and Scam.
You two obviously weren't there, but the rest of you. I remember that you were removed. And how you could not, or would not, hold up your end of the bargain. But I also...
That's true.
But, he says, holding up a hand to stop you.
I also heard you've been killing the Ariad. So I suppose that covers that end of the books. Why are you in
Like,
Serkeskal?
has a very subtle sigh of relief.
Well, as you said, we've both gotten fucked by the Orias. There's at least that, but no. We're here on more of business terms. We're looking for folk to hire to defend our own little part of Irion that we don't want fucked over by the rest of the nations around here. And we heard that this was the place to go for potential good parties.
Perhaps. What kind of offense are you looking at? Name all of them. Don't waste my time with a mission.
Well, in that case, we're most likely looking at Krellian pauses to think for a second, as I, Atwas, pause to think for a second to make sure I don't miss anyone. Oriad, the elves. I don't think the Okiti will be making a move against us, but I wouldn't put it past them. They're fairly capricious, and we are on the coast. There are the Minotaurs to deal with. I'm sure you've encountered at least some of them at this point. Yotagar Iron King is on. It's a wild card that we don't want to deal with. The kobolds at least probably won't fuck with us, and there's the Oriad, naturally.
You mentioned them.
Yes.
So technically speaking, you're missing one, and it's the big one.
Marrow?
The Marrow, sorry.
No,
sorry,
no, not the Marrow.
I thought I mentioned
Alright, let's see.
No,
You
the
know-
mind.
Oh, I was thinking of nations as opposed to individuals. I'm really sorry. Yes. And, well,
No, it's okay.
there's also
Yeah.
the fact that there is a mind flayer who's made his lair who has it out for not only us, but for everyone else here.
Everyone and everything.
Everyone in Irion.
The Underhill King slowly looks up.
A mind flayer.
Krillin nods. A mind flayer. One who's played us like a fiddle, and we'd rather never be played by him again. But we know where his lair is, and if anything, we'll be ready for him.
So they're not all dead.
No, they're not. There's at least one left, and he's a total bastard.
They tend to be. Take a seat.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Solid wounds.
Alright. You all gather around.
Our temple, here in Serkeskal. It holds the remains of many of our honored dead. And when I say honored, I mean there are those among us who worship them instead of the gods. That's how great an impact they've had on this place. There are those like the king who built this place, who became honored by defending it from the undead. Aye. But then there are those who took part in the wars below. It was a grim time from the stories I know. Beholders, mind flayers, Aboleth, all going at each other. Anyone unfortunate enough to live in the caverns below Irion was caught in the middle of it. But the dwarves managed to find a way out. And soon after we came back with reinforcements, heavier artillery. And up until today I thought we cleaned up what was left. If there is a mind flayer still alive, not just Irion's in jeopardy. The whole damn world could be.
Well, if that's the case, then you obviously have our help. Because if anything, that mind flayer needs to die.
We will, of course, have to figure out exactly how many able-bodied and available men we can send this short notice. It takes a bit to get a clan organized and marching across Irion, you see.
Of course.
But if it's for even this place, even all the safe from here, it's worth it. With the obvious corollary. I'm not doing this for free.
What are your tips?
We wipe out this mind flayer, but he's not the only one we wipe out. I want my city back.
Krellin sort of looks to the rest of the party and sort of tilts their head and flicks an ear a little bit, as in, yeah, we're doing this, we're making this, as in, out of character. You guys want to say something before I agree to this?
No, we're good! Momo kind of has a look in his eye like, it's easy to read, like, let's fucking go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Scam, like, looks around at the room and just kind of, like, takes, like, a step forward towards the Underhill King and just kind of, like, gives, like, a kind of awkward half bow and just, I mean, I think the only thing left to say is, finally, somebody with some fucking sense around here. Let's crack open the brew and have a drink.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Krellin then nods. Well, you want your city back? There you have it. We're not doing it for free. Nobody's doing anything for free around here.
Right. The Underhill King nods, extends a hand to start shaking, but before he can, there's this loud boom that rattles the walls and floor of the fort.
What
was that?
the hells was that?
The kids! Momo immediately, like, jumps up and, like, opens his wings and neumes out of the fucking door.
Alright.
Yeah.
As you neum out of the door into the courtyard, you see a bunch of dwarves, axes and swords in hand, fighting against what look like more dwarves on first glance. But then, as you take a closer look, some of the other dwarves stink of death, and you look into their faces at a whole horde of dwarven zombies pouring out of the temple.
Oh my god!
Is there an immediate causation, or?
Not that you can see.
Momo, take flight, find the kids, get up in the air, get them the fuck out of here.
We can burn down a few zombies without your help. Just get out.
We're good. You make sure they're taken care of, and Krellin will draw their war pick.
Momo's already gone. He's sky searching for these kids in Moscow.
Let's fucking go, yeah?
They're still where you left them. There's a protective circle of beast-finger dwarves around them. Like swinging swords at approaching zombies as falcons dive, peck at exposed zombie flesh, and then fly out.
I was gonna drop onto the ground and run towards the kids and then grab them and take to the sky.
Alright. You immediately fly, look over the scene. There are hundreds of zombies. Even with all these dwarves, and there look to be like more pouring from the temple. Traditional fighting will likely be an impossible task. You reconvene with the others as the Underhill King gathers up.
Someone has animated the honor dead.
I think I have an idea who.
New plan.
The Underhill King draws, let me double check what weapon he has, because I'm pretty sure it's a warhammer, but I could be wrong. As we wait for Roll20 to load it up. So, I use my fists. I don't want to look at the stats for a killer whale!
Oh.
There's your mood whiplash, kids!
Your priorities are simply skewed.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got a warhammer in hand.
New idea. You help us take care of whoever defiled this. You will get your army.
It will be a pleasure.
I'll run up ahead. I'll run up ahead, see if I can scout out and see what exactly we're dealing with.
Funny you should mention scouting, because there's so many zombies that I don't want to run each individual tokens. This is going to be a war sequence. Next
no,
time
I'm not
on
ready.
Fallen Empires.
Oh man!
God.
We will see you all for a fight against some zombies next week. Bye-bye!
Bye.